Hello and welcome to DB's Cutaways. My name is Drew, photographer, student director, and a veteran of many last-minute projects. And this is a show where we frame the messy, beautiful world of making media, one take at a time. Today's topic is project workflow. One thing I remember when starting out making my first ever short film as a gag with friends in primary school was the concept of not caring. Just picking up a camera, having a half-baked idea, and hitting record. As I grew into a more adept storyteller, I found myself locking horns with the inevitable spiral of overthinking that halted all progress. I felt this is largely due to having to figure out an intricate creative process without any formal knowledge. Like assembling a jigsaw puzzle without knowing what the final puzzle looks like. You have an idea. You have so many pieces, but no confidence of where to place the first one down and where to go from there. With that in mind, here is possibly the only 5-step film workflow you'll ever need, with some tips and tricks thrown in there. Step 1. The why. At the heart of every good project is a director who cares, almost to a fault. Thus, in order to create a good piece of film, you need to find your reason for making it. Whether it be a message you want to embed in the audience, or just a specific type of shot you saw in a movie that you've always wanted to recreate. Bottom line is that you need to find your motivation and your inspiration. What if I don't have any inspiration? Take the pressure off. Go people watching. Take public transport and think like a director. Imagine the people around you moving in 70mm IMAX film. And eventually, you'll see what you need to see. But don't use lack of inspiration as an excuse to not work on your idea. 2. The script. A good script can be the difference between a visually aesthetic but hollow project and a masterclass in storytelling, regardless of your budget or visuals. Here is a simple 3-step process to really nailing down the important beats of your story. 1. The logline. In less than 30 words, and without giving away too much detail, what is your story about? Think simple. Start small. If you can't explain the idea in less than 30 words, you're not ready to move on. 2. The treatment. Like a short story, draft up a 1 to 2 page summary of your script. No need for dialogue, just plot description. Don't be ashamed to get others' opinions on it. Embrace the process. No one's draft script is good. 3. Start writing. I recommend a software like Fade In, industry standard, and the free version gives you everything you need to get started. What if I don't know how to write a script? Then read. Look up your favorite film script and read. See how the story is told through dialogue and imitate if you must. Step 3. Audio visuals. Here comes the big part. Each one of these steps can take ages, but this is in many ways the make or break. Firstly, take the pressure off by roughly drawing or sketching some key stills from your idea for the film. You don't need to be artistically gifted, just willing to use your imagination. What if I don't have a strong imagination? Compartmentalize. Start with the important scenes, then go back and fill in the gaps, start to finish. What about the sound? Sound is half your film. Never ever underestimate the power of good audio. Always think about sound when planning. The background noise, the dialogue, the music. Hans Zimmer famously composed the Interstellar soundtrack from a very limited brief from Christopher Nolan that only mentioned the emotional struggle of a father leaving his daughter, unsure of his return. But I'm not Hans Zimmer. You don't need to be. Just think like Hans Zimmer and the other greats. Pick your music based on the feeling you want to convey, and you can't go wrong. Step 4. Shooting and production. First and foremost, make your budget your aesthetic. That is one of the most useful and comforting bits of advice I've gotten. Work with your team. Make sure everyone is up to date with the vision and the logistical hurdles such as timing constraints, daily targets, risk assessments, and more. Make sure to give everyone respect, be cutthroat when you need to be, and spend time with actors. Hear their thoughts too. They are the vessels bringing your stories to life. Step 5. Post-production. A good filmmaker never calls it a day after production. The editing suite is both a therapeutic and mind-rattlingly infuriating process, so get used to that early. You will have days where you don't wish to move from your workstation for hours, and days where the thought of opening any software is jarring. Chip away at it, bit by bit, and get DaVinci Resolve. Not only is it the industry standard, but its capabilities are formidable. What if I don't know how to use DaVinci Resolve? Bottom line, edit where you're comfortable in, but I highly recommend starting to learn as it has unparalleled features and capacity for creative production. If you're in a team with a dedicated editor, make sure to sit down with them in person and figure things out. Be their extra set of hands, and don't be afraid to tag in, make changes, and hear their ideas as well. And that is all. Is that it? Inevitably, filmmaking is a craft that cannot be covered in one short Cutaways episode. But this is a start. Tune in for more filmmaking, creative, and reflective content on the horizon. Thanks for listening.